Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? You might remember this damn ass dumb fucker like Don Lemon one time, this free little fucker. Well, he just committed himself there, and a lot more other people there too. They kind of find out that a lot more of these people here are finding out their charges that they went into there and done that shit. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video here. So yeah, enjoy.
Now, Don Lemon is already facing federal prison time, and it sure is a shame that he is. I'm sure he's not going to have any fun at all in there. But he's resumed back doing street interviews, and this one did not go the way he had hoped. On top of that, the White House took a new dunk on him, responding to his ludicrous idea that the First Amendment gave him protection to storm in that church. All that and more in this video. Well, it's springtime, and that means cleaning, and well, cleaning out your inbox and your privacy also comes to mind, which is this video's sponsor, Aura. How does it make you feel that data brokers are making billions of dollars selling personal information without your consent and destroying your privacy in the process? And they make no effort at all to stop scammers, spammers, and stalkers from buying it. It's outrageous, and that's why I've been using Aura for almost 2 years now. Aura protects your privacy by identifying data brokers who are selling information. Aura takes care of the hard part by automatically removing your information from these sites and keeping it off. There are a lot of services that offer this too, but none of them offer as many features as Aura does for the same price. You get alerts if your personal information is found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking, 24/7 monitoring to help keep your identity secure, a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and more. US-based support available around the clock if something goes wrong. And if anything does happen, Aura includes $5 million in identity theft insurance protection, and they have US fraud experts ready to help 24/7. Try Aura for free for 14 days at aura.com/thequartering. In those 2 weeks, Aura will get to work scrubbing your personal information off of these websites. I haven't left myself vulnerable, and you shouldn't either. So check the link in the description today and start taking your privacy back. Now, this is a video where Don Lemon is interviewing a guy on the street that he is assuming, I assume because he's brown, that he's going to be against Donald Trump. He's going to be against what's going on with Iran right now. I know that that's a heated topic. That's not what this video is about. You know, I don't love, you know, everything that's going on with that, to be honest. But I'm not that guy. I'm not educated enough on it. I just would rather continue focusing on Americans' struggles right now. But nonetheless, this interview backfires hilariously because he makes like literally the wrong assumption about this guy. Check this out.
Should we be in Iran right now in a war?
We should.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely should.
We should.
We should. There's no question.
You support it.
Fully.
Tell me why.
100%. We have a very
I don't know this guy's accent. I can't say for sure, but yeah.
very oppressive regime that is a threat to democracy around the world, and this is a group of people that were in charge that can no longer
guy's like
wreak
crazy
havoc in the
chill.
world, and I think people that are believe in a better future will be better off.
They're wreaking havoc on our economy with the Strait of Hormuz.
If that's the case, maybe there's a short-term blip for a better future.
What? I mean, again, they're gonna figure out the Strait of Hormuz thing. It's a panic play. They're trying to, again, with Trump, you get the good, you get the bad. You know, his first election, how long was it before he fired missiles into Syria? About 8 seconds. Hated that. You know, why is he tacking on trans stuff to the Save America Act? There's always something to criticize, even about your guy. But Don Lemon is legitimately completely flabbergasted that this guy's like, nah, player, let me actually give you an articulate answer. Whether or not you agree or disagree with this guy, like he had it locked and loaded and Don was not ready.
The head of National Counterintelligence resigned today. He said that Donald Trump was led into this war unnecessarily, and that he's doing this for Bibi Netanyahu. Basically, he's saying we're fighting Israel's war. Do you agree with that?
I disagree wholeheartedly.
Uh-oh.
If that's his prerogative, then so be it. The person that resigned. The U.S. needs Israel. They're our first front in the Middle East, and without Israel stopping the growth of potential terrorism in the Middle East, the Europe, United States, and the broader West will eventually feel the potential consequences.
He's saying there's no imminent threat for the war.
He's just like, please agree with me. Please, sir, please agree with me. And this guy's just like, nah, dog. Here's what sorry, I'm not taking the bait.
There's no justification. There's no imminent threat to the U.S. nor Israel, and so doesn't understand why we went to do this now.
Well, I don't think there's one person that can speak for this whole country. This individual that resigned.
Well, not just him. I mean, that's what the intelligence shows as well.
You're entitled to believe that. I think if you look at who's providing greater value to the world.
I understand what you're saying, but the war, if you go to war with someone...
He's so mad. He's like, please, brown guy, please agree with me. Although maybe this guy's Jewish. I don't know. I can't. I'm terrible at telling, so he may have, like, his own loyalties to Israel, and that may be why he's saying what he's saying, but I don't know. I can't tell. I just think it's funny how poorly this interview is going for Don Lemon, who, again, is headed to prison soon.
But there has to be some imminent threat of attack. There was no imminent threat of an attack. And there's no intelligence that they had a nuclear weapon.
Well, you can get caught.
Well, nobody said they did, Don Lemon. They said that they were developing one. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know the answer to that question. It definitely... Many of us grew up in the WMDs in Iraq era. I graduated high school in 2001. A lot of my friends signed up because of that. So there's definitely some there's definitely some soreness there around that. But as far as I know, they didn't say they had them. They said that they were trying to get them or enrich them or create them, and that's what they allegedly took out.
Caught off guard all the time. I mean, look at what happened, 9/11. I'm sure you were here, as was I.
Oops. As much as I hate seeing Don Lemon videos, I won't get tired of seeing him pick brown people out of a crowd because he's racist and thinks they agree with him. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Don Lemon lying as usual. Joe Kent was not even privy to intelligence because he couldn't be trusted to keep it a secret. I can't wait until Lemon goes to prison. Hey, I've invited Kent onto the show. He follows me on X. We've interacted before. I would definitely love to hear, why he did what he did, what he was thinking about, and he's entitled to take a moral ground, a moral stand, and leave, and all this kind of stuff. But this one, this man we need more of. He didn't take one step back as Lemony continues inching into his personal space to try and intimidate him. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he did. He might have been just trying to get the microphone close to his face. That's entirely possible. And then bad news also for Don Lemon. White House responds to Don Lemon on the First Amendment. This was first on the Daily Signal. The White House has responded to former CNN host Don Lemon's suggestion that President Trump opposes the First Amendment and he should be disinvited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. President Trump is the most transparent and accessible president in American history. He just keeps getting nobody cares about Don Lemon. What is this guy? Let me look. YouTube. Do people even watch his show? Let's see. Here's Don Lemon. 1.26 million subscribers. Not bad. Currently live right now. 12K watching. Okay.
It's not been adjudicated.
That's actually good numbers for a YouTube stream. Now, for a guy that used to be on CNN and will have millions of people watch him, not so great. And he's right in there with 50,000, 26,000 views, 25,000 views. He's doing okay, but who can forget how he blew the job? He had that show on X. He immediately screwed up by being a slime ball to Elon Musk. But anyway, says so they didn't. Don Lemon claimed he called on the White House Correspondents Association to rescind its invitation to Trump to attend the White House Correspondents' Dinner, in part because Trump's Justice Department is charging Don Lemon for his role, not even alleged, in the church invasion. I mean, that's not alleged. He live streamed it. I mean, why do we got to be calling it alleged? You know, like, we could pretty much see for our own two eyes that he was there and he was in the church and he was in violation of the FACE Act, I believe it's called. I'm a living example of the president who does not care about the First Amendment, and a president who would rather jail reporters or journalists than hear the truth. He doesn't deserve the honor and privilege to be able to sit in a room with people that do. Don Lemon said on MS Now, which has about 12 viewers, Clock It podcast, probably even fewer viewers, on Thursday. Mainstream media is completely dead. People tune in to individuals to generally sift through. My entire job is not even to be on the ground reporting. It's to sift through the nonsense that mainstream media is putting out. The podcast co-host Eugene Daniels had noted that the association traditionally invites the president to the dinner, but Trump has not yet attended while in office. Well, he's only, I don't know if that means ever or just this time. Trump said he would attend this year's dinner on April 25th. You don't believe in the First Amendment. You insult reporters. You call them names. Well, isn't that Trump's First Amendment right, to insult reporters and call them names? Seems like it is to me.
When the president said that
This
he
meltdown's
was
great.
out on his Truth Social, which I think was a lie, to be honest, that like, oh,
Plus
the
some
dinner's
ghetto
gonna
black
honor
chick,
me.
of course.
Every year the president is invited.
She balled too.
He just didn't come when he was in the first.
Lemon Nation. Why don't you just have a shirt that says Lemon Party, Don? We know you'd prefer that.
administration, but go ahead.
He is not the honoree.
Who is the honoree?
Period. The journalists are the honorees. Period. Donald Trump will not be getting an award. There will not be a peace prize. That's not happening, right?
None of these three people are journalists. Just so we're all clear on that. None of them are journalists. They're all complete. Clock it with Simone and Eugene. Have you heard of Simone? Or you like a nickel? One internet point. If anybody can tell me their last names. One internet point to anybody who can name an article or a story they've ever broken. And it's just, this guy is a walking L, and the whole thing is just hilarious to me. And I just love to see Don Lemon humiliated. Don Lemon, his channel slowly dying. If you go to a week ago, it must be hot this week because he's in the news. 15,000 views, 20,000 views. Again, these are good numbers, but not for a multi-millionaire who has the level of promotion that Don Lemon does. The whole thing's just sad that I guarantee can I even go to his live? I bet you he has it locked down.
Someone else.
Oh, he's just sitting here watching someone else's show. Well, which is what I'm doing too, cell phone. Yep, it's subscribers only, so I can't even comment. Enjoy your hug box.